everyone, Jules here. Today I want to start a tarot tag that's only going to be one question, but it's a really important question, I think, for the tarot community to discuss and think about. The name of the tarot tag is Tarot Future, and it's something I've been thinking about quite a bit recently. And the Tarot Future tag is going to be the question, what direction do you think that tarot is heading in or heading to? Now, the reason why I want to start this tag is because I've been thinking recently about tarot apps, and I don't have a problem about tarot apps, but I think in the near future there's going to be a lot more of them, and the whole idea of tarot apps will be expanded. And also the very likely possibility of even tarot games, so it becomes like a tarot cyber world. Now, I think it's an important thing to think about what could happen ultimately with that. Tarot apps, for example, they're really good for occasional use. But what if the tarot apps are expanded in such a way that they ultimately replace tarot readers, where somebody can think, oh, I need a tarot reading, and just automatically reach for the tarot app instead? Or not bothering to learn anything about tarot because they don't have to, because everything would be in the tarot app. And the other thing is the idea of tarot cyber games, because there's a possibility that that can come on the near horizon too, where the whole idea of tarot just becomes a total fantasy subject and a form of escapism, and ultimately in the end the original concept of tarot, the whole history, context, everything just gets changed into cyber applications and cyber games. So I wanted to put that thought out there, especially where tarot apps can be replacing tarot readers and tarot learning, and probably tarot books as well. The other thing I was thinking about also is tarot books and decks that are starting to come on the market. I actually like some of the contemporary decks. I don't have a problem with that. But I have a problem with some decks that are being marketed as tarot when they are clearly not really recognisable as tarot, and they're more like oracles. But because they have got the 78 card format and divided into a rough idea of major arcana and minor arcana, something resembling court cards, it is then marketed as a tarot because the companies who are making these, or the businesses who are making things, know that it's likely to sell better if it's called a tarot. And the other thing is books as well. There are some books that are written now just for a novelty and fun value, and you can quite easily see that the author has a very basic or next to no understanding of what tarot really is, but they decide to write a book with a tarot theme because they think, oh wow, that's really going to sell it if we do that. And it makes me think about the whole concept and whole context of tarot and what it actually is, and how it could be in threat of losing its meaning and its context and definition, because all of a sudden tarot becomes cool and trendy, and let's make tarot whatever you want it to be or whatever meanings you want. And I don't mean where tarot has got the basic meanings and then there's other layers added onto that. I'm talking about the threat of where tarot loses all of its original meanings and you just make it all up as you go along. I mean, what kind of value are you going to be getting from tarot readers or tarot apps or tarot learning? I mean, the list is endless. It just goes on. And I think it's quite concerning. I thought it was a good idea to put this tag out there for people to think about. I think what it all boils down to is not only the growing cyber age that we are in, and it is just going to enlarge. It's to do with a philosophy that's been around in the last 20 years, and that is the philosophy of deconstruction, where you basically deconstruct everything. So in other words, there must be a section of the tarot community out there that thinks it's quite okay to deconstruct tarot and just, deconstruct tarot like everything else. And no one will notice and no one will care. And that's okay. I actually don't think it's okay, because I think tarot is valuable and beneficial, and it will lose its essential meanings and purpose if we allow these things to happen as a community. Ultimately, we vote with our money and with our wallets. So I just want some people to think about that. Comment if you like, maybe make some video responses to the question of tarot future and where you think tarot is heading, what direction you think it's heading in, and how you feel about the points that I have brought up. And just see what you think. Should a line be drawn somewhere? Are novelty decks, for example, that hardly resemble tarot, should they really be oracle decks? Is it okay to buy something that barely resembles a tarot deck? Is it appropriate for tarot when it could be marketed as an oracle deck instead? These are the kinds of many questions and thoughts regarding this tarot tag called Tarot Future. So I'd just like everyone out there to have a think about that, because I think it is important for the tarot community to think about. And as I was saying, if you'd like to join in the tag and make a video response or comment below the video, I'll be happy to correspond with you with the comments. I think it's a really important question, something very important to think about, because I think this is happening now, and it's going to be more of a question and more of a trend to think about in the very near future. Okay, thanks for listening and thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.